breaking Manchester United news has landed, and there is a lot to get through. A France international's move to Old Trafford is edging closer to completion. Marcus Rashford's exit saga has taken a fresh twist. Jared Bowen has made a decision on his future. And there is squad news ahead of United's friendly against Wrexham. Stay with us until the end, because the Rashford update might not go the way you expect. 2 transfers completed in the space of a week show exactly what Manchester United's recruitment team is getting right this summer. After missing out on a key midfield target to Tottenham, United moved quickly to wrap up 2 separate midfield signings. At the start of the week, some suggested the transfer window was not going to plan for Manchester United. Since then, United have completed 3 transfers in total, including deals for 2 midfielders. André Santos was announced as a £50 million signing on Monday, and the signing of Yuri Tielemans for £35 million followed a day later. Before we go further, if you are new here, this channel is called Final Whiz, and we cover Manchester United news like this every single day. If you want every transfer update the moment it breaks, hit that subscribe button. Tap the like button on this video, and drop a comment telling us which of today's stories matters most to you. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and we read every comment. Matías Fernandes had been the primary target after United missed out on Elliot Anderson, but the club was not prepared to meet West Ham's valuation of £85 million, a sum Tottenham ultimately paid. United signed Santos and Tielemans for the same combined price Tottenham paid for Fernandes alone. Santos is not the finished article, but Fernandes carries back-to-back relegations from the top flight on his record. Tielemans, by contrast, brings extensive Premier League experience, having been one of the league's most consistent midfielders over the last 7.5 years, and Aston Villa were reportedly desperate not to lose him this summer. Tottenham offered Fernandes a contract worth £250,000 per week. Matching that figure could have created complications inside a dressing room where the club is actively trying to lower its wage bill. Under the previous regime, missing out on a target sometimes led to inflated spending elsewhere, as seen when United signed Casemiro after failing to land Frenkie de Jong. This time, the decision-makers held steady, and the pairing of Santos and Tielemans for the price of one alternative target supports that approach. United's board faced considerable criticism following the sacking of Ruben Amorim. In the Premier League, Amorim recorded the worst win ratio, the worst goals conceded per game ratio, and the lowest clean sheet ratio of any Manchester United manager in history. The board was criticised for that appointment, but has also delivered improved recruitment decisions since. Tielemans' signing stands out in particular. Over the last few Premier League seasons, the 29-year-old has completed among the highest number of passes to a teammate within 3 meters of an opponent of any player in the competition, a statistic that reflects his ability to retain possession under pressure in midfield. Jason Wilcox commented on the signing directly, "Yuri has consistently been one of the most outstanding midfielders in the Premier League. He has all of the technical qualities as well as the ambition and mentality to thrive at United." Tielemans was named Belgium's captain last year and wore the armband during his final season at Leicester. His arrival is expected to help fill part of the leadership void left by Casemiro's departure. United's summer has moved up another gear, with a third midfield addition reportedly close. Michael Carrick is said to want an additional midfield operator, and speculation regarding United's interest in Manu Koné has developed quickly following a standout 2026 World Cup for the French international. According to former United defender Rio Ferdinand, speaking on his own YouTube channel, a fee has already been agreed for the player. Ferdinand stated, Fabrizio Romano just confirmed that Man United have agreed a £45 million fee for Koné from Roma, the French international midfielder. Romano had previously reported that United made contact with Koné's representatives, though he stopped short of confirming a full agreement between the two clubs. Following Casemiro's exit and the collapse of a move for Angelo Stiller from Atalanta, United are still believed to want a more defensively minded midfield presence. Santos, signed from Chelsea for £50 million, can operate in that role but does not carry the same experience as Koné. Reports have also linked Aston Villa with an interest in Koné, notably after losing Tielemans to United. There has been further midfield movement involving Villa this week. Reports indicate Joel Gomez left Wolves training camp for a medical, with Aston Villa agreeing a £35 million fee for the Brazilian, according to TalkSport. That figure matches the fee Villa received for Tielemans, meaning Villa have reinvested those funds directly into a replacement following Amadou Onana's serious injury at the World Cup. Gomez, aged 25, had appeared close to a move to Atletico Madrid before a disagreement involving agent Jorge Mendes caused that deal to collapse. Marcus Rashford's situation at Manchester United remains unresolved following his return from a loan spell that included Aston Villa and Barcelona. A clause in his contract that had permitted a departure for a £40 million offer has now expired. Barcelona held an option to sign Rashford permanently for £26 million, but chose not to activate it, leaving his next move undecided. With the clause expired, any interested club must now enter fresh negotiations directly with Manchester United, and that clause had been available to every club except Manchester City and Liverpool. Speaking earlier this month about his future, Rashford said, "I live in the moment. I was very clear with everyone involved before the World Cup. I wanted everything resolved beforehand. Since it wasn't, I'm not thinking about it until after the tournament. I want to be fully present because we're fighting for something very special." On the subject of United's two biggest rivals, Rashford has previously made his position clear. Speaking in 2018, he said, "No, Liverpool was never an option. Liverpool City, Everton. There was no other club I really would have enjoyed going to other than United. It just felt like the natural thing to do." Rashford, now 28, remains under contract with Manchester United until the summer of 2028. He has reportedly turned down approaches from other clubs, some offering more lucrative terms than his current deal. He has made 426 appearances for Manchester United, scoring 138 goals across all competitions. Last season at Barcelona, he scored 14 goals in 49 appearances and helped the club win the Spanish league title. At the 2026 World Cup, Rashford scored 1 goal in 5 appearances, coming in England's 4-2 win over Croatia in their opening group match, before England's run ended in the semi-final against Argentina. What do you think happens next with Rashford? Type your prediction in the comments below, and if you want to see how this story develops, make sure you are subscribed to Final Whiz so you catch the next update the moment it breaks. Manchester United have confirmed their 25-man squad for Saturday's friendly against Wrexham in Helsinki. André Santos has been included and could make his first appearance for the club, while Benjamin Šeško is absent as he continues his recovery from a shin injury sustained late last season. With several first-team players still away at the World Cup or on holiday, academy players including Jadon Campson, Jacob De Bayo, Dan Gore, Jim Thwaite, Tyler Fletcher, Jack Fletcher, Chido Obi, and Ethan Wheatley have all been named in the squad. JJ Gabriel has not been included. Yuri Tielemans will wait for his debut, having gone on holiday after completing his £35 million move from Aston Villa, while Santos, United's first signing of the summer, joined in a £50 million deal from Chelsea at age 22. Jared Bowen has made a decision regarding his immediate future, ending speculation about a move away from West Ham this summer. Manchester United had been among the clubs credited with interest in the England international following West Ham's relegation. However, United had already committed £85 million from the sale of Fernandes to Tottenham and opted to retain their asset instead. West Ham released a video of their captain confirming his intention to stay and help the club return to the Premier League. Bowen explained his decision. "For me, it was only right to speak when the time's right in circumstances like this. Then it's back to talking about football. I flew out to Prague in the Czech Republic to meet Daniel Kretinsky and Jiří Svirko, and the ambition that I got from them, certainly in terms of the direction the club wants to move in, it interests me a lot. It didn't take a lot for me because this club means a lot to me." He continued, "For me, the main thing is to get this club back into the Premier League and speak to people in the club about what we want to do moving forward as a club for the better of the club. It was a no-brainer for me to be here, and the vision is clear. It's the Premier League." The Athletic has reported that Bowen, aged 29, has signed revised terms that keep him at West Ham, with the contract not extending beyond its existing 2030 end date. A summer move to Manchester has been ruled out as a result. United are still believed to be monitoring another West Ham winger, Crescencio Somerville, who has returned from the World Cup, with Roma also reportedly interested in the Dutch international. United's confirmed summer arrivals so far stand at 3: André Santos, Yuri Tielemans, and goalkeeper Karl Darlow. Away from transfer business, Michael Carrick has reportedly received interest from several former Manchester United players regarding roles at the club. Former defender Mikael Silvestre stated he would welcome working alongside Carrick again, though only in a director of football capacity rather than as a coach. Silvestre spent 9 years of his playing career at Manchester United and played alongside Carrick during his final 2 seasons before joining Arsenal. After retirement, he built a front office career, working as director of football at Rennes and, most recently, at Romanian club CFR Cluj, a role he left earlier this year. Silvestre told Ground Sport, "Would these former players come back to Manchester United to work under Michael Carrick? I don't know, because I believe his coaching team is already full. It's a department that has everyone it needs. I earned my coaching badges, but it's not for me. I'd prefer the director of football role, which I did at Rennes after I completed my master's in sports management." Silvestre's preferred role is currently held by Jason Wilcox, who was elevated to the position following Dan Ashworth's departure. Former United captain Wayne Rooney, who has not returned to management since his spell at Plymouth Argyle in 2024, said in January, "Of course I would. It's a no-brainer. I'm not begging a job here. By the way, just so everyone knows, if I was asked to go in, of course I would." Former right-back Antonio Valencia, who spent 9 years alongside Carrick in the United dressing room and currently works for Telemundo Deportes covering the World Cup, told HuffPo, "Yes, I would go back. Manchester United is a club that gave me so much. My family was very happy there. I would work for Manchester United in any role out of passion. It is a club I love a lot. I think everything they're doing is going well, but if they called me, I would go running." That covers today's Manchester United roundup. Santos and Tielemans confirmed, a £45 million fee reportedly agreed for Manu Koné. Rashford's release clause expired. Bowen committing his future to West Ham, the confirmed squad for the Wrexham friendly, and former players lining up for roles under Carrick. If this video kept you informed, that is exactly what Final Whiz is built for. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment telling us which story you want covered in more depth next. We will be back with the next update as soon as it breaks.